What's good, everybody? It's your boy Matthew Maley for MatthewMaley.com. We are back on the couch. It's Friday night and time for another weekly movie review. Here we go. So this week, I actually went to Redbox, tried to find something to watch. Nothing. Went to Blockbuster, tried to find something to watch. Nothing. So, thankfully, I went and checked out my boy Nino's movie cabinet and found something that I wanted to see when it first came out. It's still kind of a newish release, so I figured this would qualify. And here we go. So I was able to check out one of the more recent Paul Rudd flicks, that being Our Idiot Brother, also starring Zoe Deschanel, who I'm not a big fan of, more on that later, Elizabeth Banks, Emily Mortimer, I believe is how you say her name, and Rashida Jones, who has been getting a lot of publicity lately, and I'm actually becoming a pretty good fan of. She was in I Love You Man with Paul Rudd, as well as a bunch of other stuff. She's actually, I think, either the niece or the daughter of Quincy Jones, the legendary music producer, composer, performer, all that. So, it's cool to, see her getting some publicity. I think she's actually a pretty solid actress. I don't think we've seen a whole lot of range from her yet, but she's definitely in a lot of projects going forward. So it should be pretty interesting to see how that pans out. Famous people have famous kids, I guess. This is how it works out. Hopefully one day I'll have an actor kid as well, because I'll be a famous poker player. Or famous porn star. I don't know, one or the other. Not really. If my mother ever sees this, I'm just kidding. Please don't go run back and say your son's going to be a porn star, because I was joking. Anyway, but the basis of this movie really lives up to its title. Paul Rudd is an idiot. An absolute moron in this movie. So the movie starts off with a scene that you actually saw in the previews, where the in uniform, badge gun cop is attempting to buy weed from Paul Rudd's character at his fruit stand, where he sells farmed fruit and vegetables. So, yes, he ends up selling the uniformed cop weed because the cop gives a sad story. He then is arrested and put into jail. Upon his release, he returns to the farm where he had gotten said fruit and had been working, to find out that his girlfriend is now shacked up with another man. And it takes him a little bit of a realization for that, but it hits. So he then, as that was the place where he was living and working, now has to not only find work, but also a new place to live. So that's when we first get introduced to his other sisters, that being of Elizabeth Banks, who plays the corporate, I don't have time to date, so I'm kind of extra bitchy because I haven't gotten laid in a while. That's kind of the way that they're trying to, show her up as sister. Then, who's in the nicest apartment with the nicest things, wearing the nicest clothes. Then you have the other sister, who's Emily Mortimer, whose husband is a videographer, or a director, essentially. Who's in the process of filming a documentary on a ballerina from Ukraine or something. And then who has a couple kids, and it's pretty much just the mother kind of giving up, where they even make a comment about it, where she doesn't ever put makeup on, she doesn't do anything with her hair, she doesn't care about what she wears, she doesn't anything. Then you have Zoe Deschanel, who is the free-spirited, really what she plays in everything she's ever been in, lesbian, who is in the process of not really knowing what she's doing, and lives with 5 roommates, actually also lives with Rashida Jones, who plays her girlfriend, and gets into somewhat of a little life pickle, if you will. But more on that later. And then you also have his mother, who really is the only one who gets him. Which even then, she doesn't really get him as much as she kind of just tolerates him. So the whole process of the movie really is just him doing things with the best intentions to finding the worst possible results. And he's so dense. Like, this guy is so dense. It's incredible. But that's why he's their idiot brother, and that's why they love him, I guess. So at the end of the day, it's actually a pretty cute, pretty cute movie. It wasn't a great movie by any means. I won't own it, especially since my boy has it, so I can watch it if I ever need to again. I doubt I'll really ever watch it again. If it's on TV or something, I might stay and watch a couple scenes. It was one of those movies where there were a lot of chuckles, but even like a couple laughs, but there wasn't really anything thinking back where I was like, oh my God, that was so funny, or there was nothing that like you think back and you're like, I'm going to rewatch this movie just to see that scene, But in a way, it wasn't really supposed to be that type of a movie, It wasn't a pure comedy as much as it was a dramedy, if you will. And of course, there's a life lesson at the end when all the sisters are, increasingly more and more mean and blame their idiot brother for everything that's happening, when really a lot of it falls to their own life choices and to their own mistakes, but they're just, using him as a cop-out, of course. Really, another star of the movie is his dog, who he loves more than anything else, by far anything else. It's almost creepy at times. But overall, I mean, it was a decently funny movie. So, at the end of the day, I'm giving it 3.5 stars. I know, 3.5 stars, that's all I ever do. But that's all I can give it. I mean, it was definitely better than average. It was an almost good movie. I can't quite say it was good, but it was worth seeing. I'll say that. It was definitely worth seeing. And some people, I think, probably would want to own it and put it in their collection, honestly. Me, I just wasn't quite one of them. I did like it, though. So, 3.5 stars. And as you guys know, 1's bomb, 2's bad, 3's average, 3.5 is good or watchable, what most movies are. 4 is good, 4.5 is great, 5 is epic. So, I really need to see a couple 5-star movies just for the sake of, having all ends of the spectrum, because I've had a couple bombs. I think I've reviewed a 5-star movie. I might just go on like a 5-star bender where I just watch all my favorite movies and just literally one after the next watch Rounders, Hangover, Snatch, all my other favorite movies. Those are the only 3. Crash. Yeah, that was a great movie. Crash was a good movie. Carlito's Way. Yeah. Probably Ocean's 11. I'd probably give that 5 stars. Born 1. Probably Born 3. The Dark Knight. Inception. Did I review Inception? I might not have given Inception 5 stars. I might have only given Inception 4.5. I gotta go back and check. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video now. Let you guys know some of my 5-star movies. And as always, thank you guys for checking out everything. I've been getting tons more views. I've been putting out lots of cards all throughout Vegas for the World Series and all that. So I want to welcome all my new viewers. Thank you for checking out my site and my videos. Much appreciated. While you're here, drop me a like, maybe a comment, subscribe to the channel. Watch it a few more times. 100 more times. I can ask. Worst thing you can do is say no. So, as always, thank you guys. Much appreciated. And until the next video, I am signing off. Time to get the weekend started. Of course, you can check out the rest of my videos on MatthewMaley.com. Check out Video Blog tab. Or you can just check me out directly on YouTube. Search for Matthew Maley Poker. Got all my videos there. You can like, comment, and subscribe, as I just said. You can also check me out on Facebook. All my recent videos are online. Everything from the summer, from my first video of heading out to Vegas and up to present, is on Facebook now. So search for Matthew Maley Poker, and that has all my videos on there. Now, also, you can follow me on Twitter, @MatthewMaley. Always tweeting up all kinds of fun stuff. So follow me on there. Might as well, right? And until the next time, I'm gone. Peace out, y'all.